West Ham have just drawn 1-1 with Huddersfield. Really disappointing performance. Just going to take you guys through my thoughts on the game, what happened, and now we've got the international break coming. I think it's coming at a good time. Let's get into it. So going into this match, a lot of Hammers fans were probably optimistic, including myself, and rightly so. We just beat Burnley 4-2, played really well. Unchanged lineup from that win as well going into this game today. Completely different performance from that Burnley game. Same 11, completely different performance. Our standout players really underperformed today. I thought Declan Rice was quite sloppy in midfield. Arnautovic just weren't interested at all, and we really struggled throughout the midfield. The midfield area we really did struggle. But yeah, it was a really sloppy start from us. A couple minutes we could have been 1-0 down. I can't remember who headed it, but Fabianski made a worldie of a save to keep us in it within 2 minutes of the game. But then we went up the other end with Arnautovic, who was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and should have done a lot better with it, to be honest. I thought from that point we're going to exploit their spaces quite well in behind, and sort of command the ball a bit more. But no, we were really sloppy. And a few minutes after that, we found ourselves 1-0 down. Pritchard picked up the ball on the edge of the box after some really sloppy pieces of defending. I think it was either Diop played it into Rice, or someone played it into Rice's feet, and it was just a really poor ball. But Rice tried to turn, lost the ball. Pritchard picked it up on the edge of the box and sort of shot unexpectedly, and Fabianski's had no chance of saving it, and we were 1-0 down within 7 minutes. Worst start you could do sort of at the lower league teams, lower opposition, because they will just sit back, compact, and defend their lead, and that's what Huddersfield did throughout the 90 minutes, and they did it really well, to be fair. They were working hard, they wanted it more than us, they were winning every second ball. Yeah, but throughout that first half, we were really, really poor. Diangana just couldn't get in the game. Arnautovic had about 3 or 4 touches in that first half. He was really poor as well. I thought Felepe did quite well today. One of our better players again. I'll get onto him in a bit. Yeah, their midfield completely bossed ours throughout that first half, and they were just up for it. That was all it really was. We just didn't look up for it at all. A really important game to sort of push on, and we didn't look up for it at all, and it was really disappointing because we were playing really poor against a really poor outfit as well. Huddersfield aren't the best team in the league. They're really not. So to sort of get outplayed by Huddersfield, it sort of just makes you think, all right, what are we doing here? We're doing something wrong. But yeah, throughout that first half, struggled to make any real clear chances. Snodgrass got a free kick at one point, straight into the wall. We had a couple of moments where we were sort of trying to get into the box, but nothing really. They were just defending well, and we didn't really have an answer to it throughout that first half. So yeah, went in at the break, 1-0 down. Really poor first half performance. Really frustrating, because we couldn't string 3 passes together. And if that was us against Burnley, we were playing some really nice football, and today we just weren't on it at all. So going into the second half, Pellegrini made a change. He brought on Chica for Diangana, which I was quite happy with, because Grady wasn't doing a lot. He couldn't get in the game. So maybe Hernandez, impact sub, to sort of get more bodies in and around that box and try and make something happen. But again, from that first 15-20 minutes, we were really struggling to break them down. It was sort of following the same pattern as the first half. We had more of the ball, but we weren't making anything from it. We were struggling to get through their midfield, even past that midfield 4 that they had. We really were struggling. Antonio came on with half an hour to go. I thought, yeah, throw him on. I think Obiang came off. I was a bit surprised that Obiang came off, because I thought he was just starting to get into the game as he took him off. But he brought Antonio on, and again, just looked like a lazy Antonio when he came on. He tried to beat his man a few times, but didn't really do a lot when he came on, to be honest. But we kept plugging away. Last 20 minutes, we were starting to look a bit more threatening, and we've somehow managed to score a really weird goal. A fantastic finish from Felipe Anderson. He started the move on the left, took on his man, took on the right back, went down the line, whipped a nice ball in. Who was it? It went to Arnautovic at the back post. He misfired his shot. It came across to Chica, saved from the keeper. It came back to Antonio. He tried to turn and shoot, got blocked, and there was about 4 players on the line at this point. And Anderson just with his left foot as well. He just hit it first time, into the top right hand corner, the only place he could have put it to score, because there were so many defenders on the line. And we gave ourselves a lifeline, 1-1 with 15 minutes to play. You're thinking, let's just go on now and try and nick this win if we can. And we nearly did, to be fair, from a corner. Brilliant corner from Snodgrass, right onto Diop's head. But Aaron Moy was there on the line just to keep it out. And she just knew, like, it was just one of them games that were going to fizzle out into a draw. And that's what it did. A draw, a rescued point against Huddersfield. I'll take the point because we're 1-0 down with 15 minutes left. But before that game, I was really, really hoping for 3 points. And it was 3 points that we should have won, to be honest. But yeah, just an off day for us today. We're going to the international break unbeaten in our last 2. So you can't really be too disheartened about it all. But we've got Man City next. So if we're going to get anything from that game, we're going to have to play 1,000 times better than we did today, because we will get absolutely battered by Man City if we play like that. But no, my standout performers today, Fabianski in goal again, made a few really decent saves to keep us in it. Balbuena was a bit shaky, but he got into it a bit in the second half. I thought he defended okay. Diop played well again. Felipe Anderson, probably my man of the match again. To be honest, he was my man of the match last week, and he's going to get it again, because he was the only one in that second half that looked a little bit dangerous on the ball. When he got the ball, I thought, yeah, something could happen, because Arnautovic really wasn't on it today at all. Whenever he was just, I don't know what it was, he was just not on it at all. And when he's not up for it, you can just tell in his performance. He was coming too deep to get the ball. He was getting frustrated, trying to make it all happen too much on his set by himself. And yeah, that was hopefully a rare off Arnautovic performance, and hopefully he'll be back after the international break, how he's been for the past, 12 months for us. I thought Snodgrass did okay today, put in a shift as he always does. I thought Declan Rice had an off performance. I thought he struggled in that midfield today. He wasn't his usual self. His passing was off, his awareness, everything about it. It's a game he'll learn from 100%, and I'm not criticising just him, because it was a poor team performance overall. Zabaleta, pretty quiet today from him as a skipper. He came off with 10 minutes left for Fredericks. But yeah, Zabaleta, it was a quiet performance from him. Didn't really do a lot, and didn't have that much to do defensively, to be honest. Same with Cresswell. I thought he did alright, but again, nothing to rave about at all. But yeah, very few positives to take from today. We're just going to have to go regroup now. We've got an international break. We do have Manchester City next, so we're going to have to prepare for that one pretty quickly if we're going to turn it around from today. But we're unbeaten in 2. 4 points from 6 points, so we can't really be too unhappy with that. Again, we're just going to have to keep building if we can. Grow into this season, and today it just shows how much we do miss Lanzini, because we don't have someone that can get the ball in the middle of midfield, drive at their midfield through the gaps and make something happen. We really don't. I mean, Snodgrass tries to do it here and there, and he does on a few occasions, but when you've got Obiang and Rice in there, you need someone a little bit more creative in that midfield just to break through their defensive lines. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to break teams down, especially when you're 1-0 down as well. But no, like I said, we'll take the point. We were 1-0 down. Just a frustrating performance. Frustrating day. That's all you can really label it as today. Frustrating. We'll go into the international break now. We've got a couple of weeks off. Hopefully we can turn it around then and put in another good performance at home. But no, if you agree with my thoughts, leave them down in the comments section below. If you disagree, tell me why. What do you think went wrong today? Do you think our setup was correct from Pellegrini to begin with? Personally, I was quite happy with the lineup because we just beat Burnley 4-2. But you guys might think differently. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you later. Come on, you Irons.